Welcome to our new showroom. We're all excited to be here, and we want to give you an opportunity to get in the showroom and be able to feel and touch and see everything. But first, we want to show you what's been going on behind the scenes in the background that the whole team's been involved in for the last 6 months.
So we've been in Building C for 5 years, I believe, and we've outgrown it. We knew we'd outgrown it, but we loved our space. And so we were offered a really big space in Building B, and we thought, well, let's just go all out. So we went from 6,000 square feet to 36,000 square feet. So when we started redesigning the Malouf space, we thought, well, here's an opportunity to approach it in a totally new way. We really want it to be experiential. So we want it to feel like our brand. We want it to have an emotion when you walk in. The first thing you're going to notice is that it's huge, and there's time to walk in and take a breath and kind of see what's in front of you, and there's a lot to see each area. And we really focused on tech and blowing out each of our products. We're able to show everything we have multiple ways with more information than we ever have, and really tried to show that you can set up an entire shop with what we have in the showroom, and that we have all the resources you need to be successful.
You know, with all the product expansions and different production facilities that we have throughout the world, there is just a ton of information and data that we have to be not just familiar with, but it's got to be accurate, it's got to be correct, so that we bring product in at the right time, and the right volume, in the right place. So that's a big area that we work on with our analytics departments, as well as our forecasting, planning, and logistics departments to get all that right.
In 2019, we produced over 7,400 containers worth of product across our production facilities, and we've grown our team substantially so we can handle any direct container programs with ease. 2019 was a really unique year in trade. There were a lot of difficulties, from the political climate to the trade war with China and the anti-dumping from mattresses from China. We've been working hard to find the best value product for our customers. We're now working with over 100 production facilities across 16 different countries. We feel like that's made us much more diverse, and we're much stronger and more capable for the future.
In 2019, we became a certified B Corporation. We really did this because as we became more and more aware of what B Corps do and what they mean to consumers, it really made sense for us as a company already doing some of those things to formalize that and be able to carry the message to our customers and their customers. And B Corp has really put all of those things together and then packaged them for better consumer awareness. And we see in commerce and society now, a lot of consumers really pull and demand companies that stand for something more than necessarily their product offering.
We now have 4 distribution centers strategically located across the country to provide 2-day shipping to 98% of our customer base.
So we love getting feedback from customers. We do a lot of work to collect information from our customers about what's missing, what they do like, and maybe what's not available in the market. We mix that with surveying the landscape in the market of what's available, and that's what's really led us into the additions to the furniture line, as well as the advancements in tech that have really enhanced our adjustable bases, along with exploring really a new category of wellness involving CBD with sleep.
We're lucky enough to have in-house capabilities for absolutely everything that we do in the showroom. Nothing is outsourced. We've got video, we've got photo, we've got our copywriters, we've got an amazing graphics team, and they're all right at my fingertips. So I get to ask for help, and I get help from the most talented people in the industry.
We're really looking forward to now be able to get you out in the showroom and really be able to experience all these products and let us know how we did. All right, well, that gives you a sneak peek to everything, and then like the video said, we'll after this is over, we invite you to get around and explore. The showroom is really interactive. There's a lot of things to play with. So from here, we are going to do 3 panels that basically introduce some of our newest products that we're most excited about. So I'll turn the time over to Scott to introduce those panels, and they're going to go through a few things and then open it up for questions.
Thanks, Sam. All right, we're actually going to watch a video first while the first panel come and take their seats up here.
When you go to sleep tonight, go effortlessly. Remove daily pressures to start anew. Align powerful technology with deep sleep. Rest soundly and be restored. To optimize your adjustable base, harness the features of the award-winning Malouf Base app. Use Siri shortcut voice commands and partner control for adjustments so simple you can do it with your eyes closed.
Hey Siri, raise my husband's head.
And using over 500 unique audio samples, we created a neural network that identifies human snores. Our new snore detection uses artificial intelligence to isolate your snores and seamlessly adjust your settings to keep you sleeping soundly and quietly. When you go to sleep tonight, go effortlessly.
Okay, so if you didn't catch it in the video, we have a couple of great new exciting announcements with adjustable bed bases. In the picture you can see we have zero clearance across the whole new line, and then there's an Apple Watch application that's brand new, as well as snore detection, so pretty exciting stuff. So our first panel that we have up here today are our adjustable bed base experts. We have Eric from the sales team, Ryan from product development, and Irfan from software engineering, and then my name's Scott. The first question that I'm sure all of you are dying to know is, what hair products do you guys use? No, nothing. Okay, cool. But let's go. What's new about the 55 series? Why is that exciting? What do customers want to know?
Scott Carr, everybody. He's a real jokester. And a pot licker. I may or may not have just got $10 for using that word. Okay, now that's out of the way. So the 55 series we've been developing for a while. As all of you are aware, most of our attendees here are the reps, and there might be some frustrations of the constant changes and improvements and upgrades. Electronics are just constantly changing, and there's always new features and developments that we want to, there you go. Does that sound a little better? Just constant improvement. So we're taking your feedback. Please continue to give that through the reps, through Eric and his team, through Mike Douglas, Scott. The 55s are just improvements from the 50s, and we did folding designs, so the shipping efficiencies are much smoother. We have new unique remotes just for us. We tooled them up, and they are unique to Malouf. We have all of our 55s that are zero clearance, meaning that they can go straight on the slats. If you have a sleigh bed, you can put them on a bunkie board. So there's more variability on usage, which will help your customers. And we've got some unique features on the underbed structure that is patented as well. So just overall improvements.
Yeah, like RC said, the 55 series has been an awesome addition to our adjustable baseline. You know, we actually this year just launched the E255. It's been a great addition to the lineup. Right now in the industry, you know, you have a lot of companies that are looking for a promotional base that can kind of bridge the gap in between the promotional into your nice upper line bases. And so that's really where we came with the 255, is so that the adjustable your RSAs have an easy step up into your nice adjustable bases, your upper end adjustable bases. It goes from, you know, so if you're trying to sell a wired adjustable base as your promotion, this is a nice easy step up into a wireless slim deck, zero clearance, just all around great adjustable base. And from there, we do have a few other great products that'll come out. One of our biggest things is probably the adjustable base app with Hey Siri technologies, and Irfan will touch on that a little bit more.
So there's been many new updates to the Malouf Base app. Last market we introduced partner control and Siri shortcuts. Partner control lets customer to control the partner bed base or sync the bed bases together using the app. And Siri shortcut lets people control their bed base using their voice. Our app is the only app in the market that works with Siri. We also won the best consumer goods mobile application award for our Malouf Base app. This market, we are introducing a snore detection. So we used over 500 snoring audio samples to train an artificial intelligence neural network to detect human snoring patterns. So we use those patterns when we detect the snoring to move the bed base to help reduce the snoring, so we could set the bed, for example, to anti-snore position. We also made a companion Apple Watch app, which lets people who have smartwatches control the bed base using the app.
Awesome, thanks guys. I'm sure that there's a lot of questions, so I'll ask one last question, then we'll open it up to the audience. Irfan, right here we see this home automation pod. There's 2 rooms behind here. Can you tell us a little bit about what that is and what your team's been doing to get ready for this?
So that's all exciting new stuff. We saw that the smart home technology is growing, and we looked to see if there's any smart bed bases in the market. We couldn't find anything that really worked really well with all the major platforms. So we have an in-house engineering team. We decided let's try and build our own. So we build a adjustable bed base control box all from ground up. Our control box works with all the major smart home platforms like Alexa and Google Home and Siri. So we put everything together in these home automation pods to show how a smart bed could work with all the other smart appliances and devices. So we set some scenes here, and we like to get some feedback and gauge interest, see how people like a smart home with a smart bed base.
Thank you. Okay, let's take a couple questions from the audience if we have any. Awesome. Okay, the question was about we have snore detection and wanting to even go a little bit further into sleep apnea. Do you have any comments for that?
So, I mean, we're obviously looking to improve and see what other areas we can get to. Right now, we only have the snore detection. That's the beginning for us to use AI to try and detect snoring. We can see that in a few years we could improve a lot and do a sleep analysis and maybe get to things like a sleep apnea or other stuff.
Any other questions? Yeah, Chuck.
So the app is available for Android. The snore detection right now is only available on iOS, but in the next few months we should have that for Android as well.
Any other questions? Okay, awesome, thank you.
I can't believe it's finally ours. Since we're starting fresh, should we get a new bed? Oh, I like the one Jen just got.
From Malouf, right? It looked custom, and it might be out of our... Huh.
And Jen just got an awesome deal at the mattress store downtown.
They have options we can mix and match for what we like, or it looks like their designers have created options that we can just order. Oh, cool. There's an augmented reality feature we can use to preview them.
Ooh, I like the Scoresby in spruce. It's a statement piece, but still classic. And it comes with a 15-year warranty, so you know it's going to last. And it comes in this beautiful spruce color.
It also comes in stone.
Easiest decision we've ever made.
Oh, no, you don't. We're not done yet. What if we do the Blackwell headboard and the Watson base? It's one of the designer headboard options, but we can pair it with this base with drawers. You know we need that storage. In stone, of course.
I like that it's a little Art Deco, but I'd like it even better if it was the Scoresby in spruce.
Compromise?
Compromise.
We'll take the Blackwell.
In spruce.
All right, great. We can get that delivered to you on Tuesday.
All right, big shout out to Scott Hildahl, who's our video guy, who put together that whole video. What you saw in the video was an AR capability that is live on the website. It's not just part of the video, it's actually live. So if you have an iOS device, you could use this right now, today in the showroom. So make sure to try that out and ask any of your reps about that. First question that we have here is for you, Holly. Let me introduce first Holly, Ryan, and Mike. And then Holly, what's your inspiration for some of these new pieces that we are introducing today?
Well, I would say the first thing we thought about when we started designing furniture is how can we support our customers and our accounts in how they display our product. We get a lot of positive feedback about our showrooms and a lot of questions about how do I recreate that feeling. So that's kind of how we started. We definitely wanted all of our pieces to be something we would show in our showroom. So they're very on brand, they're very clean. But they're also meant to be transitional, which is they'll fit into a variety of environments. Even the Blackwell, I think, is the most modern with those tall, clean lines. And because it's so minimal and because it's so simple, it would fit in a traditional space as well. And I think that applies to every single one of our beds. Another thing we did to make it fit really well in a retail environment with the rest of our products is all the fabric colors are chosen to be cohesive and complementary. We put all the fabrics out at the same time as we were choosing them, so it's easy to pair with the rest of our product. Our new beds, we wanted to take the transitional aspect a little bit farther. I mean, we love a nice modern aesthetic. That's definitely part of the Malouf brand. So we chose this nice heavy gauge steel, but we softened it up by putting some upholstery inside. And you can see we've got one that's a little softer with the round edges and one that's maybe slightly more masculine, slightly more traditional. But again, they all come in the colors, our standard colors that really, I think there's something that works for everybody in those.
We also have a couple new headboards. We got some really positive feedback on our, Eastman Watson bases and how they kind of pair, and so we decided to offer these headboards so they're a little more versatile, and it's easier to, you can get the storage, you can not have the storage, do it your own way.
Thank you. Okay, RC, the next question is for you. So you have a difficult job of taking some of Holly's very expensive tastes and working them into an affordable product offering for our customers, right? So how do you do that exactly?
It's a great question. I think there's no doubt that Holly has a great eye for fashion and what will work in the Malouf line. The difficulty, but I also believe is one of our mottos in Malouf, is attainable luxury. So we work very hard on the product development side and work hand in hand with the designers and with the sales teams and with your guys' feedback on how do we build that cohesive lineup in a way that not only looks good, but is also sellable to the mass market. And we have such a wide array of customers, from the little small mom and pop boutique shops to the big furniture chains. So that being said, we try to build a kind of universally appealing lineup with price points and variable features. There's a lot that goes into the considerations when we're developing a product, from the raw materials to the nitty-gritty of the features, like the slat gap, the fabric, the clearance, the quality of all the materials, and how well is that going to hold up. So yes, difficult task, but I believe we did a pretty good job, and we are always striving for improvements. There's been a couple things that we learned along the way, and there were some inline changes that we did, some cool features of adding some foldable drawers instead of build your own drawers, which will save a lot of time for your setup teams and for your customers. And some of the packaging we did some improvements on along the way as well. So please give us your feedback as we go, and hope you enjoy.
Okay, last question before we open it up for questions from the audience is Mike. This is a little bit of a deviation from what Malouf has sold before, so could you explain a little bit why we got into this category in the first place?
Yeah, great question. I think one of our goals at Malouf has always been successful partnerships. So our guiding star with anything that we make, anything that we produce, is that will end consumers like it, and will our stores be able to be successful selling it, showing it, demonstrating it to the end consumer, and have enough value there that it's a win for everybody involved. And so for us, traveling across the country, going into tens of thousands of stores, we noticed a repetitive sea of rectangles in a lot of the stores that we went into. And so our goal was to take and add furniture to our line at first to improve that aspirational quality of the stores. We wanted customers, when they come in, to not just see the same thing repeated over and over, but instead to have statement pieces that they could look at and say, I want that in my home. Because that's going to be a big differentiator between the stores that we want them to shop in and their online experience. And so that's kind of been our goal when we started with furniture. We wanted to have things that had storage, didn't have storage for people who didn't want or care about it and want to pay the extra. We also wanted to make sure that we had a variety of looks, feels, colors, so that, again, you could walk into a store and get a different feel from each bedroom area. And I think it's been a great success. We've seen that implemented in stores across the country, and they've kind of loved what it's done for their footprint, for their showroom, and customers are loving getting them into their homes, having that nice, easy to attainable luxury into their houses and into their sleeping experiences. So, yeah.
Thanks, Mike. Okay, any questions from the audience on the new furniture releases? Yeah, Andy. Great question. Maybe Ryan should answer that question.
Yes, short answer. He asked, is it true that these beds are named after Malouf employees? And the answer is yes. It's a little different from our usual products that are named Zone Dough plus calming lavender plus this plus this. You can't do that as easily with furniture, so we thought it would be a clever nod to a naming convention to put the last names of some of the employees.
Any other questions?
And yes, Ryan has a headboard.
The Carlisle. Awesome. Thank you, panelists. Okay, our next round of panelists is Sam, Kyle, and Olivia. So, Sam, maybe you can start us off and help us understand a little bit more about why are we getting into CBD? What's the big deal with CBD?
Sure. So I think everybody's aware of the changes in the marketplace and the availability of CBD, especially in our situation that all of us are involved in with being sleep experts to our customers. A lot of the features and benefits of CBD fall right into place with sleep. And so specifically, CBD is often reported as providing a sense of calm, relieving tension and stress, and providing anti-inflammatory benefits. And all of those things feed very, very nicely into improved sleep. And so I think as this continues to penetrate the market and increase in popularity, that we need to be on the front end of this. People look toward CBD as a solution to help them sleep better and have better overall wellness. And so we're excited about that. The market, as you saw in the video, currently in the U.S. is estimated about $3 billion. And then inside of 4 years' time, that's going to go up to $20 billion or more. And so we want to all be involved in that. So we're excited there.
Thanks. Kyle, maybe next question for you is, how did this product start? What was the product development process? And then how does our product offering compare to what's available in the market currently?
Thanks. Great question. So over the years, we've seen a lot of success with our aromatherapy pillow line. We've had the peppermint, the lavender, and the chamomile pillows, and we wanted to extend some of those benefits with CBD as well. It was a natural extension for us. So we were able to look at the aromatherapy line and say, okay, it's already got the zoned pattern with the smaller holes around the outside and the larger holes in the middle. The smaller holes around the outside, of course, are for the support of the neck, and the larger holes cradle the head. But one of the things that that was kind of underappreciated about the dough technology was that the holes also allowed for a lot of airflow, and that was a very natural extension for us with CBD. Every time you lay your head down on that pillow, you're going to get airflow through that pillow, and that's going to release CBD into the air as well. We also infused the pillow with a sage scent for a calming sensation. That's another big thing that we wanted to get into. Overall, we included a spritzer with the pillow as well. That CBD spritzer is going to be 4 milliliters of CBD oil, and you can spray that on the pillow. What that's going to give you is you're going to be able to fill the CBD through contact and inhalation. You're going to spray that on the pillowcase, and that CBD can transfer across. That's the contact portion, and then inhalation as well. When you lay your head down, you can breathe some of those CBD particles as well. CBD in general, everybody here has an endocannabinoid system. That endocannabinoid system, it's it's got receptors. It's a signaling network, and that signaling network helps with things like sleep, appetite, mood, and everybody has that in their system, and your body produces endocannabinoids. And I guess you could say that supplementing that with CBD and cannabinoids from CBD can help regulate some of those functions, such as sleep, appetite, and mood. So we're really excited about offering that in this pillow. How it's different than others on the market, we do feel that this is a very intimate experience, offering it in a pillow as opposed to burying it underneath layers of technology or layers of quilting and fabric quilting. We wanted to put it as close to the head as we could.
Thanks, Kyle. Olivia, last questions for you that I have, and then we'll open it up for questions from the audience. There's a lot of background that goes into researching packaging options, look, feel of the product. So could you tell us a little bit about that process and what your team went through to create this package and this product?
Yeah, absolutely. So this was a really fun one for our team because it's a really unique story. And so for us, we like to start out by doing a lot of research. So we spend a lot of time looking at CBD products that are out there. How are they being designed, presented, marketed? And there's really a huge range. Like some are extremely techy looking, some are very, very organic, some are very, very minimal to the point where you don't even necessarily know right off that it's CBD. And so for us, we step back and like, okay, here's the lay of the land. Like, where do we want this product to land within that? And so we wanted a really kind of minimal, clean look because that's what we love at Malouf and that's what our brand is. We also wanted a natural story there. And that was especially true after our team visited our farm where the hemp is grown and really got to know that kind of that authentic, responsible, clean story that was there. And so we really wanted to tell that through the product and the packaging itself. So once we knew that, it was a pretty clear decision for us. We might recognize the look of this pillow. In 2018, we released the triple layer down pillow. And we designed that with the intent that it would kind of kick off a natural collection of products. And so, because both of these pillows, CBD and triple layer, have this really rich material story. They have these really pretty, like, that cotton cover that's undyed, so it has this really lovely cream color, and it just would feel out of place in a really, like, techie PVC bag, right? So we wanted it to be different. So we wanted to follow suit with what we'd established with that triple layer pillow. And then once we established that, it was really down to the details, which our team loves. We just think we go through all these little things like the color, hang tags. And so that's when we get excited because that's what we do every day. So we looked at the color really closely. We started with like a really camo green color. It kind of had like a yellow undertone. But we looked closely at the existing Malouf line, so the furniture fabric, existing sheet colors, and what's going to fit well with the collection. And for Malouf too, we just wanted to kind of mature the color a little bit, make it feel really serene, a little moody, and so we gave it more of a blue undertone. So once we had that nailed down, again, hang tags, it's like, do those always get read? Probably not, but we love those details, and there's a lot of work that goes into making sure that the content on there is going to be applicable to people that maybe have never heard of CBD, as well as people that maybe know a lot and they're looking for specific details. So yeah, overall this was just a really fun one, and I think we ultimately came up with something that is true to Malouf and to our brand, but takes some risks, and hopefully will be helpful in allowing more and more people to experience the benefits of CBD. So.
Great, thank you. Wanted to also take the opportunity before we handle any questions to have Christy. Can you raise your hand real quick? Christy, she's our CBD specialist, so she'll be here to answer a lot of questions during the show. But what questions do we have right now for the panelists about CBD? I'm sure there's a lot. Yeah, in the back. Okay, the question is, everyone's body responds differently to CBDs, so is there a disclaimer on the product specifying that it may or may not work for them, right? Is that the question? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great question. Overall, we do feel that there are a lot of benefits to this program that exceed more than just the CBD aspect. So as far as the pillow working, we've got the zone technology as well to support the neck and cradle the head. We also have the sage scent for the soothing sage scent. So there's going to be aspects of this that can work for a lot of people. There isn't a disclaimer saying that the CBD won't work, but we do feel that there are a lot of elements of this that will help your customers sleep better. In addition to that, this is an initial step into CBD for a lot of people. It's something where if they are already familiar with CBD, it can be a great addition to their regimen. And if it's a first step into it, it's a great way for them to experiment a little bit with that. So great question. Thank you.
Any other questions? Great. The question was, are there differences between the application of CBD, whether you're taking it orally or you're breathing it in or topically? So, Kyle?
And specifically, if there's scientific studies about that, and there's been a lot of scientific studies done about CBD, it's actually a very well-researched area. And we can, there's a lot of information out there that people can research themselves as well. As far as the benefits of breathing it in versus some of the other methods, breathing it in, this is going to be a first step into CBD for us, and for a lot of people it will be. There are better ways to take CBD into your system as far as effectiveness, and some of those tinctures and balms and some of those salves. Overall, there are better ways of taking it in, but this is a great first step for that.
Other questions? Okay, I'm sure you all have lots of CBD questions, but you can ask them after this. So thank you, panelists.
All right, that's just about it. So we appreciate everybody taking time to come to this. We'd love for you to share what you saw, what you liked with other people. So we announced some new products today, and we've got a little deal for you. So if you would like to message or email or share via social media something you like today to a retailer that comes in, and to another retailer that comes in and takes a look at it, we will give you any of these products that we showed today, one for that referral. So just to reiterate that. So if you share and bring a retailer here, that this is for retailers to retailers, right? Right, Scott? So this is if you're a retailer and you want to share with another retailer and basically give them a referral to come here and look at something. And if you want to show proof of that communication to Jeff Frodsham, who is right here waving his hand, you can choose one of any of these products that we showed today. So we just love for you to help us get the word out. We're excited about a lot of these things, and thank you for coming. So feel free to get around and take a look at things, and I think we've got a luncheon that will start here shortly. So thank you.